Pass the Fear is a roguelite bullet hell shooter that lands between Enter the Gungeon and Gunfire Reborn. You pick one. You have 12 in-game hours to escape and stack items into a build that gets steadily more ridiculous. The difference from most twin-stick roguelites is where the pressure comes from. Normal rooms are ordinary shooting, and then bosses turn into dense bullet hell patterns you dodge rather than out-damage. A run is a fixed sequence of acts, each ending in a boss. Between runs, you spend account-wide squad points on health, armor, and other stats, and each character carries a personal skill tree you can adjust before you start. You can also take skills across characters, so a build idea is not locked to one hunter. The first reason to buy is the item layer. Weapons are deliberately strange, from air bullets that keep exploding to a scorpion tail you catch to reload faster, and weapon parts, relic fusion, tarot cards, and elemental effects stack on top of them. Effects like Shatter, Growth, Final Shot, and Disruption chain into each other, which is how a run turns into looping triggers and exponential damage rather than a slightly better gun. The second reason is the boss design. This is where the shooter stops being a room clearer and becomes a proper bullet hell, with screen-filling patterns that ask for reading and movement. Compared with Enter the Gungeon, where a boss is an obstacle between rooms, these fights are the actual test of the run, and a strong build does not excuse bad dodging. The unique reason is the two-layer progression. Character talents and team talents grow separately. Difficulty increases raise drop rates as well as danger, and clearing higher difficulties unlocks Chaos Battle Scar mode, where every scar you take hands you a benefit and a curse at the same time. That is a genuine risk-reward decision rather than a numbers gate. Co-op is online through Steam's own networking, with item swapping, revives, and a DPS ranking at the end of a run. Launch week did need fixing, with a patch for players who could not see or join multiplayer lobbies and repeated guidance about cross-region matchmaking, so do not buy this purely as a co-op night until your group has tested it. The first reason to skip is that every run walks the same road. The bosses appear in a fixed order, so once you have seen the sequence, you are repeating a schedule and only your build changes. Roguelites usually earn their replay value from not knowing what is next, and that particular hook is missing here.
The second reason to skip is that builds converge. There is a lot of variety on paper, but the strongest combinations pull toward the same handful of damage stacking patterns, and enemy variety outside the bosses does not push back hard enough. This is a game you finish, enjoy, and come back to occasionally, not one that swallows hundreds of hours. The expectation check is straightforward. At $17, this is a compact, well-made roguelite from a small studio, with some rough English text and a launch week bug list to match. If you want the scale of Hades or the endless mutation of Gunfire Reborn's later content, this is not that. My call is simple. Buy it if you want a sharp, bullet hell shooter with genuinely inventive weapons and boss fights that test your hands, and you are happy with a run structure you will learn quickly. Skip it if unpredictable run-to-run structure is the reason you play roguelites at all. The shooting is excellent. The surprise runs out before the build ideas do.